it's a place where some people get a little confused trying to figure out the over part and the under part, and so.
So there's a method of not cheating, but it's simplified.
It's an alternate method of tying. It's exactly the same knot. There's no cheating. There's no it's close enough, anything like that. This is exactly the same knot. It's just a different way of tying, and this is the way my father taught me to tie this knot when I was learning to do this. Now, if you go on the EAA website, there's a video from an engineer in California named Jason Goldman, I believe his name is, and he explains it really well. I watched that a couple of times actually, and I'm going to steal a little of his technique for explaining how to tie this thing. But this is just an alternate way of tying exactly the same knot. So what you've got here, we've set it up so we've got our cord coming from, again, we've got a live part of the cord here, and we got a dead part. So this time what we want is the dead part on the back side. So the cord is coming from this lace under the fabric and straight up and then back down. And we can check it by seeing that the front part of our loop is the one that's attached to this cord. So all we do is we take our loop, once we've got it oriented like that, we put our finger on it and we give it a half turn clockwise, and we make a figure 8 out of it like this. That's all there is to it, just a half a turn clockwise. Then we come up and catch that where we've crossed it. Then we just pass our needle through the top of the loop, so we've got it. And doing this a little bit backhanded so Chris can film it. But then we just pass our needle. You follow your finger and you pass your needle through the remaining 2 loops. I'll do that again. So, just so there's no confusion. So we've got our loop. The live part of our loop is on the front. That's what we want. Hold it. Give it a half a turn clockwise. Make a figure 8. Take the needle. Go through the top of that figure 8. Just like that. Then we just come around back here and we follow our finger. You go through the bottom loop, and now again you're going through the top loop again. And that just makes, you can check it that you've got here. That's what my father used to call a bow tie. Check you got your bow tie. If you got your bow tie, then you're in business. And just pull your needle through there. Don't pull it all the way through because you're still working this. Then you're going to take this part of your loop that's coming out of your fabric, and this is the stitch that's going around the rib, and that's the whole idea here. So we pull that tight, and you can actually even feel it. The stitch has gone tight now on the back side, which is what we want. Now we pull it over here to the right, because we want our knot on the right hand side of the rib here. And then we just put our finger on it and pull all the slack out straight up. And there you've got, and you can see this is why I like making small holes so your stitches stay straight. So, and there you've got an alternate way of tying a modified same knot. Now, like I say, it's not cheating. It's not almost the same knot. It is exactly the same knot. It's just a little simpler way, or an alternate way of explaining how to tie it. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to make a finishing knot out of this, where we're going to end this length of cord. So we've just tied our modified same knot, and we're going to take our needle, put it through here, and we're just going to put a half hitch in it, sort of like what we did with the start knot. So we make our loop, come through our loop for a half hitch, and now that knot is locked, and that's the end of it. Then we just take our needle and push our knot down in the hole, and I leave just a little tag of cord on the end of it here, and that's it. And then you just carry on until all your holes are all laced up. On this one you've got a lot of holes. This one's spaced an inch apart, so there's probably more rib lacing on 4 ribs on a DC-3 elevator than there is in an entire tri-pacer wing. But that's all there is to it. There's no black magic to it. There's nothing to be afraid of about this scary modified seine knot that I hear people talking about. It's just a knot.